Hello, everybody. Welcome to the pre-show of Cup of Eggnog. We're back with another episode. It's been a couple days. Again, there's no real schedule for this show, so let's not get all butthurt about it. But yeah, we're gonna
We
have a
did
couple.
have a schedule, but we never followed it.
What schedule? I legitimately never made a schedule for this shit.
Every Sunday.
What? Oh yeah, we talked about
Every
it,
Sunday.
but
That was your schedule.
in other episodes, I flat out say, yeah, we're probably not gonna follow that. To be fair, you weren't there for those episodes though, so.
Yeah.
We're gonna start streaming here. Screw it. We'll hit the button. Oh yeah, I forgot my friend. Hey, look, we're live. Welcome everybody to a Cup of Eggnog. Thank you for tuning in to join us for another cup. Today, joining us is Epitaph Princess and Mickey again.
Squirt.
Zucchini.
And then Epitaph's just sound. We just hear the sound of a 22 and then a thump.
No, we hear a bucket.
What does a bucket sound like?
Bucket.
You ever play Skyrim?
Oh, good, you're awake. Oh, great. But today's topic is, we're going to start off with jewelry. And then I'll figure out a way to get us into cosplay. But yeah, like, what is the weirdest piece of jewelry you guys own? I don't care who starts.
I don't own any jewelry. No, actually, you count dog tags as jewelry?
Technically, it's a necklace most of the time, so yeah.
Then yeah, that's probably it. That's the only thing jewelry I own then. Is my dad's dog tags that he gave me. So
Yeah,
yeah.
actually, my weirdest piece of jewelry is at my dad's,
I've never met your dad.
and I really would like you to. He's actually pretty nice, but I can't remember exactly where I got it. But it's like an uneven. I can't remember exactly. Oh yeah, it's an uneven like basketball. Like all the late linings are off centered, and it makes me so angry. And it's weird to me. It's weird to me. How do you produce something like that? They are straight lines, just different directions. And I threw it at people. I throw it at people I don't like. Just yeet.
How are we defining weird and how are we defining jewelry?
Just
I have
any
a
kind
couple
of
of options.
oddball. Something that isn't like a normal ring or something like that. Like there's something weird off about it.
The choker I got in California when I went, I'd find it. My family finds it weird, so. I don't know. I like it. I walked into a store, immediately saw it, and bought it.
Okay. I think the weirdest piece of jewelry for me was this. It's this little like silver band one, and it's one of those cheaply made ones that would like erode on your skin, whatever, like that reaction that returns green, that shit. And it had the
Yeah.
inside of a watch welded to it. Like somebody melted the band to the back of the inside of a watch, like the electronics, whatever, the wind up stuff. Took the battery out and just let it sit, and then just said, here you go. And yeah, I got it for like $2 at a craft show or something.
Nice.
Yeah, people make weird shit all the time. But speaking of weird shit, what's a cosplay you guys want to do? Because sometimes you can find some really fucking weird outfits. I don't care.
I want to make my D&D characters, but pirates.
What?
And that's what I'm saying. I need to figure out how to make the dragonborn into a human. We're going with Jack Sparrow on this shit.
Anyone else?
Okay.
You want to wait? Which Dungeons and Dragons character? Because you only have 2 female ones. The rest are male. Because then you have to not only
Art
gender
Hall's
bend
originally
them.
male.
Yeah, I remember. I was just saying, like, the copy of Art Hall is also female.
Sure. Of. But Art Hall is the one I'm gonna. Male Art Hall is the one I'm gonna try to do.
Okay, knock yourself out, man.
So that's the thing, though. Is I would, but like, I don't know how to make him human or look human. I don't know what he's.
So,
You know,
don't.
you catching my drift.
I'll say you don't make him human. You take one of those Jurassic Park masks that move from Target and work on it.
He's gonna be a T-Rex from fucking Target.
Yeah, little Velociraptor mask that moves with your mouth when you go ha, and it kind of opens up.
Yeah.
Get one of those shit, and then just make a bunch of like cardboard scales, and then a hood, and glue the scales to it, and then just go from there.
I've always seen like the cosplays on like TikTok, like of like mermaids and shit, where like they took like the fishnets and then they kind of did like the eyeshadow like on the sides of their face
Mm-hmm.
and like on their like the top of their forehead, and I was like, oh, I could maybe do that. Kind
Oh, wait, so wait, are we on the topic of cosplay?
Yeah,
CC
because
Mark.
I'm wonderful at
I was
transitioning.
looking at Wall again. I was looking at Wall again.
Wake up, Buttercup.
I'm awake. I'm just like shiny thing on Wall make me go bling.
Oh, there goes gravity. Oh shit, this is copyright lyrics. Never mind.
Oh my god, it's 1 a.m.
Yeah, it's 1 a.m. We normally have these conversations late at night. Imagine that.
Yeah, and when I'm under,
I'm gonna let Princess finish hers.
Till like 6 in the morning, which is also
Let me know whenever
crazy.
Princess is
Schedule's gonna be-
done with hers.
Oh, I was done.
You kind of just came back at perfect timing, Mick.
Oh, well, that's perfect.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, but I know exactly who I'm doing.
Fucking fat ass.
Hey, listen here, I'm gonna make use of it. If I mean, like Epitaph, you've played Smite, right?
Yeah, he's Hachiman, idiot.
You know Kumbhakarna? I'm fat enough to make it work.
Lost.
I'm going to cosplay Kumbhakarna from Smite. I am.
you just want-
I'm
you just-
questioning how that would look.
You just want to run around shirtless, Mick.
Yes, I do.
Had all the males
seems
here,
legit.
and maybe even Princess, who had the phase when they were just walking around their house with no shirt on,
Excuse me, that's me right now.
like every single day. For about
Yeah.
2 years straight.
Yeah.
Yes,
does that.
that's me right now.
Can confirm.
It's me forever.
Can confirm. I had to yell at this dumbass to put a shirt on every time I was down there.
I'm
Oh, you guys haven't heard yet. It just reminded me that when I was saying the last time I was down there, my dates got approved. I can actually go and see him now, again.
Yay!
Mm-hmm.
And I'm fighting you.
Hmm.
When Mick comes up here, I'm fighting you to steal him for an hour.
You're not even gonna be able to drive, so I'm fine.
You don't know that.
You don't know that either.
I'll be 18.
You don't know when he's coming up.
I want to fight you.
Yeah, depends.
I'll eventually give it up.
Yeah, but here's the problem. If she tries to fight me, she's going to lose.
Hey.
Hey, it's
Be
2021, man. Equal rights, equal fights. These hands ready to eat for everyone. 10 and up.
Jacob.
My hands identify as a woman.
My hand identifies as a hammer.
If she hits me first, I'm hitting her back. It's that simple.
That's always been a rule. That's been a rule ever since I've known you. If I hit you, you're gonna hit me back, and that's why I expect to be hit
I'm gonna say you start the
every time I
fight,
hit you.
and I'm gonna fucking end it.
I'm scared to fight Jacob because I feel like I'll turn into Boggy. I'll just put him in a headlock, make go sleep, or he's gonna try and poke my eye out again.
I'll probably go for both.
One or
of
the
you
other.
guys.
Jake, do you think you could beat Landon in a
Oh,
fight?
fuck no. Well,
No.
if I kick him in the back,
No.
maybe.
No. When Landon selects you, dude, good luck.
There's only one way I'd be able to beat Landon in a fight, and that's if I'm holding either a steel rod or something.
Your best chance is if you can manage to outstrength and grapple him. But if you can't do that, then you're gonna have a heyday.
I'm getting squished. It's plain and simple.
Yeah, Landon's a beefy boy.
You haven't even seen him
It's
in
not,
person.
Landon's not just beefy. Landon straight up can just
No,
bulldoze right through you.
Landon sent me a picture of what he looked like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen the bitch in person too. The only
Yeah,
one I
that
feel like I
beard,
could actually have.
bro.
The only one I feel like I actually have fun getting into a fight with is Buster. Straight up, I'm sorry, but he's the only one I think I could actually have like a hell of a time fighting with.
Buster. D&D Buster.
Yeah, that's how you. If you remember him that way, then yeah, D&D Buster.
The one who talks like this. That one?
Yeah, who do we call Buster in D&D, dumbass?
I don't know.
Yes,
I
you
actually
do.
called him his actual name.
What's it's his last name as his character? I'm saying like yeah, if
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
doubt
no,
we ever
no,
will.
that's-
I
that's
doubt we
not
ever
a
will,
fair
but I
fight. The kid
legitimately
can't-
think
he can't throw a punch.
I know that's why I'm like I don't want to fight him. Let me clarify. I don't want to fight him, but if I ever do, holy shit, it'd be funny.
He still wants to fight man. I don't see it happening.
Yeah, we'll find out that later. But no, I could not beat Landon in a fight, and I know that for a fact. The only time I can beat him in a fight is on Smite, and that's because he only plays hunters, and I only play warriors.
Yeah, so you're literally his counterpart.
Yeah, the difference is when I'm an idiot and I get killed, which is 95% of the time.
Thanks.
But anyways, yeah, Mickey, why do you want
Yeah,
to
no,
Pumbaa?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Just why?
Dog, it's always been the joke.
You want to tell him the story?
No.
I gotta go on mute. Is what
Yeah,
I'm saying. Can you tell
I
him the
will.
story?
Yeah, I'll tell him the story. I'll tell. Wait, that. Yeah. So y'all know the meme song. It's like always just. It's like I don't know what it's called. Arabian? Is it Arabian music?
Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So if you go and put that with Kumbhakarna's dance emote, it matches up perfectly. So I'm always just like playing it in my head. And one day I sang it and I remembered I was shirtless, but I was at a friend's house. So I was like over here, I just started dancing, doing the emote. And it was like, are you Kumba? And like we made the joke that Mickey is forever going to be Kumba because when he sleeps, he's immovable. He swings great giant things around with great force. And he'll fall asleep just about anywhere.
You sound like Snorlax.
That's exactly what Kumbhakarna is. His actual title as a god is called the Sleeping Giant. He killed a god because the god couldn't eat his thigh. Oh, no. Kumbhakarna was sleeping, okay? And Bogasur, the great demon god of Devour, tried to eat his thigh, because that's what that character, he would like eat everything. And he choked whenever it is a bottomless pit inside of his stomach.
Times.
Then there's also another story where you actually find out that Kumbhakarna is a war god, which is actually really cool. Kumbhakarna at one point was sleeping and he has a brother called Ravana. Ravana was getting ready to marry a war wife to make peace. Kumba, which is what I'm just calling him, Kumba actually has a little bit of backstory. He didn't like them, so he was getting ready to actually awaken and fight. Well, the day of his awakening, his brother had all of his limbs cut off. Every single limb. Kumbhakarna, being just a head, took his tongue, wrapped it around a mountain, and killed the betrothed wife.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that sounds like some.
Then died. He was not one to be messed with. Mainly because if you interrupted his sleep, he would end you.
Sounds like me.
I feel like if I ever cuddle you and then you pass out and I move, I'm gonna get killed.
You're gonna get hit.
No, you're
Just gonna
Snorlax. You'll be
wham.
fine. You won't feel it.
No, you won't.
Just
You'll be
next-
too tired. She'll roll over.
Within the next 2 seconds of me just barely moving, just go sleep, bitch. I'm be like,
Do
oh
you know what
no.
I just thought of?
Hmm.
Alright. In a game I'm playing out Far Cry 5 right now. There's a bear in this game named Cheeseburger. I would love to see Mickey dress up as a bear and then name himself Cheeseburger. He is that big.
Don't bet with me.
I would love to see.
That would be the one time you'd have to forego a furry.
That's the
I'd
one
be
time
doing
I would
it
accept
just
a
for
furry.
cosplay, but I'd do it.
Dude, if you were capable, you would cosplay Fenrir. Don't lie.
If I could break my limbs to have wolf-like ones, yes.
They have stilts for those too.
Does Fenrir get pussy?
What?
Okay, you know how pussy is another term for vagina?
It-
How much
No
pussy does
shit.
Fenrir get?
Jesus Christ, you're dumb.
He got 2 kids.
Fenrir like cats more than dogs.
Ironically enough, I don't actually know Fenrir's mate's name.
So X.
Oh. Real question is, when does he even have pups? Because he's chained up right when he's like new.
Ye.
I don't know. It's weird. Hrolfvitnir or Fame Wolf and Vanagandar or Vanagrand is a big ass wolf. He has like 6 names, dude. Different just Fenrir's name.
Jacob,
What?
you thought I was bad about it?
What about it?
Look at your phone.
I don't want to look at my phone. I'm scared. What is it about?
Just watch it.
Is it Kumbhakarna?
No.
Is it a furry thing?
No.
Okay.
What?
Now, do you see what I meant?
I don't want to go near that.
That's a whole nother level. I may be able to do a whole phone, but she did a whole bottle of liqueur.
I think I know what you guys are talking about.
Ah. So, his mother doesn't actually have a name.
Huh.
Jane Doe?
Hatries patrimonik Hrodvidnison attested him both the poetic Adam Grimnismal and Gylfaginning. A section of the prose edda indicates that he's a son of Fenrir, for whom Hrothvitnir, famous wolf, is an alternate name. According to Snorri, Hati's mother is a giantess not named, but mentioned in the Eddic poem Voluspa, he who dwells to the east of Midgard, in the forest of, I'm probably going to butcher this, but Jarnvidr, Ironwood, and fosters Fenrir's kin. Snorri states that this giantess and witch bears many giants for sons, all in the form of wolves, including Hati and Skoll, who is thus implied to be Hati's brother. In 2 verses of Voluspa, the Snorri cites, an unnamed son of the giantess is prophesied to snatch the moon, and also eat the flesh of the dead, spattering the heavens with blood. In contrast, the Eddic poem, probably going to fuck this one up too, Vathurnisval, Vathurnismal, states that Fenrir himself will destroy the sun. Mannagarmr, Snorri also names a wolf named Mannagarmr, or Moonhound, or Moon's dog, is the most powerful of the giantess' progeny, and goes on to say that he will swallow the moon and gorge on the dead. This is presumably an alternate name for Hati that Snorri took from folklore. It can be anglicized as Managarm, Managarm, or Managarm, or Mannagarmr. Basically, there is no name for Skoll and Hati's mom. It's just a giantess in the Ironwood, which, oddly enough, and slightly concerning, Angrboda was in the Ironwood.
For you people actually paying attention to the podcast, this is what he does on like a daily basis.
Shut I can read Poetic Edda if I wanted to.
You ask one question, you start off on cosplay, you make a mention of another god, and he instantly relates back to Norse. Ask a question about that. Here we go!
I'm sorry, okay, but there's a thing that popped in my head was Angrboda, like
Difference
Fenrir's
between sorry and apologizing for it and saying, hey, I don't worry, I'll try to stop it. Does it every single time for the next 3 weeks.
There's a thing that popped in my head, okay?
Listen here, Mr. ADD, calm yourself.
No, Angrboda, Fenrir's mother. She's a witch in the Ironwood.
Again, don't need a repeat. I don't need a history lesson. I don't need a mythology lesson. I swear to God.
The problem is...
Whichever one you follow. I don't know.
The problem is, it says his mate...
I don't need the answer to this.
...was a witch in the Ironwood.
I'm gonna throw hands with you when you get down here. I'm not joking. I will lay you out the moment you get off that plane.
I know it's not right because it says that also her kids are only wolves, but it popped in my head while I was reading it. It's not. It's not Angrboda. Okay, it's not. But it crossed my mind for a second. What?
You done?
Yep, I'm done.
Jesus.
So about Angrboda.
Oh, disconnect. I swear to God, I had my right click. I had the click right above disconnect.
Oh, I'm going to remove those privileges if you do that. I swear to God.
Leave me and my cheesy pass alone.
I'm going to get here in a minute.
No, don't you touch my cheese pass.
You're not Biggie Cheese anymore. You're Squirt.
Listen, why don't I have the cheesy D&D tag?
Because it's your D... But anyways, yeah, I got way off track. You're right.
Yes.
But anyways, going back to the
yes,
thing,
you did.
you can actually buy stilts that make your legs look canine.
That would just be weird, I think. But I mean, like, then you could be big, I guess. That'd be pretty cool.
No offense to you, but if you legitimately lose like a shit ton of weight and then go into like a cosplay, no, you don't even have to. You don't have to lose weight. If you get stilts to make yourself tall enough, you can just make the weight distributed by having, like where your legs and all that, where it gets slightly thinner. Your torso can be the exact same size, but your head would not be where his mouth is. It'd be like a Godzilla situation where your head is the neck. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be larger. Plus, you could do the Fenrir Ragnarok thing too. Like how there was 8 people controlling one massive Kepri. Do something like that, just with a Fenrir on stilts. That'd be an interesting ass project, to be honest with you, dude. But Epitaph, what about you?
What?
If you can make a costume, what would you make?
Maybe like a Transformers one.
How come?
Like you ever see those street performers that are just like wearing cardboard and just they
Yeah.
fold into like a little car that actually goes.
Tiny cargo vroom vroom.
Holy shit.
That'd be cool.
Tiny cargo. Brum.
Yeah, that and I can't think of anything else.
That's fine. I've got 3 that I want to do, but I can't decide which one I want to immediately.
Oh,
But first and foremost, for the longest time, I was working on one for one of my oldest characters in our books and stories and campaigns was Silver.
I need to come in here.
I don't like just saying, "Oh, he's an OC." No, I like it's legitimately a character we put in the books. And yeah, I thought about doing that for a while. I also thought about getting a better Vader suit, like working on that, and then last but not least, a King Arthur from Smite. But I don't know which one I want to finish first because I've already got a good headway into Silver, but I can also use those parts to make King Arthur.
Then multi-use them. Or would you have to like?
The
Or would it,
problem
like permanently
is
be?
the problem is the design I have for Silver is based off of Arthur.
Oh.
So
okay.
if I was going to be like recycling the parts, it would have to be like, let's say if you look at the Arthur model from Smite, he has 2 big ass pauldrons, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but the left one for Silver has a big ass spike coming off of a pauldron. Like it's kind of like a crescent moon, offset about 6 inches, like around the shoulder. It's this big like blade, and then on the right shoulder he has spiked cloth, like icicle kind of cut cloth, instead of that perfect chapel kind of priest cut that Arthur has in the regular model. Plus the colors are a bit different. He's got like this nice kind of stainless steel look. Silver has more of a beaten up and blue steel. Still cool, but no, I was talking to a guy at work today about the shit, and he was actually really passionate. He liked it, the way I was talking about it. He was like, oh yeah, I can make gold look really good, and I can make different kinds of metals. That's my favorite thing. I really like working on metal work, like metal looks, because oh my god, Mickey, you've seen my Ulfbert model. I fucking went ham on that thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It just takes a bit, which reminds me, I'm going to start designing this. But I have a couple prompts for you guys if you want me to start off with one. Each of you guys give me a number between 1 and 3.
2.
Negative 500.
That's not 1 and 3. You can't listen.
Yeah, I know.
I just dropped that.
I'm pretty sure that we all know that. Alright, I pick
Mick, quit
1.
staring at a wall. Junior!
What?
There he is.
Again, I'm just looking at the wall.
Alright, called it.
Fucking
Fucking called it. Fucking called it.
I keep looking at the same spot. It's right under the horseshoes.
Hello. Hello, child. Hello. Hey, can you give me a number between... Give me a number between 1 and 3.
7.
See?
He doesn't listen
I'm the
either.
only one that's followed the rules.
Give me a number between 1 and 3.
2.
Okay, 2 wins. What's your guys-
25.
I'm about to smack a child. It's gonna happen. It looks
So
like...
that's child abuse.
Oh, shut up. It's 16. It's age of consent. He'll be alright. I've already stabbed him. But yeah, the prompt was, what is your guys' earliest childhood memory? And how detailed can you get?
Oh.
Oh.
See? It's a good one, isn't it?
Bad part is I know one from my first year of life.
Oh, I don't. I don't remember that shit at all, man.
Sorry, no, second year.
I think I remember from like.
And my
3 or
mother's backed
4.
that up. It was sorry. No, would it be technically? Wouldn't it be my 3rd year alive? Because I would be 2.
No, you were 2 then, dipshit.
But I was 2 years old. So wouldn't I be in my 3rd year?
You don't count the 9 months
Wait.
before birth because you're not a person yet. Legally,
No.
legally you're
No,
not
he's talking about
alive.
from 0 to 12 months.
Oh no! When you go to 12 months, that's a year old.
Right. So that'd be 1, and then I'd be
going
2.
24 is 2, and then 36 is 3, and then continuing.
Well, no. Let me finish. God. If I would have lived like 30 months, I would have been 2, right? But it would have been my 30. I would have been in
You're
my 3rd
going
year.
on 3, but you were 2.
So that's my 3rd year of living.
Not yet.
But I'm still 2.
It will not be just because the number changes doesn't mean that it has been 12 months. That's the one thing that people get confused on. You're not that age yet. So you're still 2, you just haven't met 3 yet. So just say like you were almost 3 or some shit.
Jacob, you are making this way more.
I'm just reiterating what you said.
If I say here, 24 months makes me 2.
Yeah.
Okay?
36 makes you 3,
After
but you
I'm
didn't reach
born.
36.
Right. So instead, since technically 24 months would be 2 years, if I added 1 more month, I would be in my 3rd year of living, would I not?
Mickey kind of sounds like that one robot voice in like Clone Drone Ninja.
I'm losing my mind. This is what Jacob does every single time I ask him a question. Well, I mean this, but I mean
It
that,
is
but I
not
mean
good.
this, but I mean
He will
that.
go again.
Dude, I just had a really weird idea.
Oh my god, here we go.
You're not.
Well, let's go on a little tangent again, Jake.
No,
I'm gonna
no,
go
no,
on
no,
mute.
no.
I'll see you guys tomorrow.
No, this is weird to me
I'm
because
going to bed.
you hit your birthday, and that's the end of a year, and then you're just starting another year. So it's like, is Mickey wrong or is Mickey right? And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm having a brain fart is what's happening. I'm not even high. Why am I thinking like this?
So my earliest childhood memory that I can
Real
remember.
quick, tell me whenever he's done because he's muted for me, so I don't have to sit here and listen to him
He's
finally
done.
figure it out.
I wasn't even ranting, asshole.
Dude,
I didn't even rant.
No, but how long did it take you to realize?
15
Like, Jesus
seconds,
Christ.
30 seconds tops.
Wow, look, it took you that long to find something that Mickey found out in the span of 0. Mickey literally just
You
said
didn't
it,
even-
and then
you
you're over
didn't
here
even-
ranting about
Okay,
it.
calm your tits, because you didn't even hear what I said.
No, I really didn't.
So
but I
just
know you
shut
had to
up.
sit there and figure it out.
No, I
Ow.
didn't say anything. Never mind, Mick. Never mind. Jesus Christ.
Mm-mm.
I didn't. Fuck's sake. Princess,
So back to
continue.
the topic at hand.
Earliest childhood memories. So because I have childhood trauma, I blocked out most of my childhood memories. But the earliest memory I have is at 7 years old when this is the one I can go into most detail with. Earliest childhood memories, but
Did you?
7 years old. I'm at Loon Feather Park with my brother and my mom, and we went fishing. I would not leave my brother alone about pushing me on a swing. So he's pushing me and pushing me and pushing me. And you know, like when you go high enough on a swing, you start to bounce a little bit. And that's when you know, like, hey, yo, I probably should go higher.
Yeah, it's when the
Well, I
chains
was
go at the
getting that.
top of the hooks.
Yeah. And so I didn't say anything. And my brother pushed me so hard, he pushed me off the swing and I went fucking flying. And when I landed, I hit the ground and I thought I broke my arm because my arm hit like a rock right on the ulna. Or radius, I don't remember, the bone on the outside. And
Yes.
yes, the bone on the outside. And it hit the rock and it like kind of cut my arm open. And I screamed at my mom fucking just keeled over laughing at me, and I was like, what the fuck?
Why are you laughing? My arm is shattered. It is a million pieces. And you are giggling at my expense, bitch.
Basically, and I still don't leave my brother alone about it to this day.
Okay,
You're
that's
still
just
bullying
stupid.
about it.
That's just stupid. I'm gonna hold a grudge
Sorry.
about a swing.
Because he pushed me off.
I got hit in the head with a bat.
Well, you didn't tell him, so that's partially your fault.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh, true. I was 7. It doesn't matter.
It's a
What
two-way
child.
street, child.
You know what? You know,
Am I wrong?
Jake,
Am I
don't make me hit you.
Don't make it what?
Don't make me hit you.
You don't already?
Equal rights, equal. She already does, but equal rights, equal fights.
Come here, bitch. I'm gonna hit you. I will fight
Mama
you.
said to never hit a woman. Didn't say nothing
She
about
never said
hitting a
anything about not
bitch.
hitting a bitch.
I have trained you well.
Oh, you
I
guys want to know what
practically
mine
raised me for
is?
10 years, so.
Sure, Epitaph. Let's all go to therapy after this too while we're at it. Go ahead and give us another reason.
Yes.
Alright. My earliest childhood memory would rather be when I was 2, walking in a hallway, turning left, seeing my uncle snoring and sleeping. I actually caught my uncle masturbating in his sleep one time.
That had nothing to do with that memory.
Yeah, I know,
It
but
had nothing to do with
still.
it, but you still had to add it. Thanks for that wonderful
Yeah,
tidbit of
you're,
knowledge.
you're welcome.
That
Either
is
that
good.
or it would be, this was also when I was 2, and it would be me falling down the stairs.
You know, I think
Ooh,
that's
I remember
I
one.
think that's where it all went downhill. Right there.
What,
So,
falling down the stairs?
Yes.
I, I think it was, I don't know how old I was,
We
but
haven't
I
heard from
remember
Mickey yet.
living in Oregon, and
Nobody cared about Mickey.
I had a ball of cheese, like, you know, the slices of cheese that are wrapped in the plastic wrap.
Mm-hmm.
I had those, and I had a ball of those, probably about 2 inches in diameter, and I remember like running like behind the couch to like down the hallway, and my mom's like, "What do you have?" And I'm like, "Nothing."
A
And she
knife.
fucking chases me,
Crack
and I had like
cocaine.
this bowl of cheese in my hands.
What do you have? A knife. No.
No,
Mick, what about you?
Mick,
Mick.
Nickelodeon.
Um, I don't know. Did his mic glitch out again?
I don't know.
It might have. Unless he's staring at a wall.
That's very possible.
Wasn't a wall this time.
So, so you were staring at
Yeah,
something.
it's in the closet.
Oh, the spooky bitch you made me sleep next to. Tell her I said hi.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
I got it.
concept of the door kind of popping open while I was on mute is not fair.
What?
The door was just open. I had to get up and shut it. Now I'm staring at it.
Well, it might have legitimately been the wind.
Hmm.
You know there's a hole in there.
Yeah, it leads to
Scary
nothing but
hole.
stuffing the insulation.
Fair enough. Did you shut your big door?
Mm-hmm.
It might have been the vacuum pressure. Like I
I
legit,
hope so.
I
Oh
legitimately.
no, like I've had it shut. No, I've had it shut, and it popped open from being shut.
Like just randomly clicked open.
Yeah, I was just literally sitting here, and I was just not just listening in. Then it popped open, and I was like,
We can talk about that in a minute if you want to answer the question real quick.
Oh yes. So back whenever I was 2, uh, we lived in an apartment complex with my actual blood father and my mother. And I was that kid who just always wanted to be ridiculously different. And like my sister and all my family were like, "You need a box spring." I'm like, "No, no, I don't want one." And so we completely stripped that out, and that was one of the first ideas we threw out. And I was so stubborn because I would never allowed to go camping because I actually was was the clumsy idiot who would fall face first into a rock. Uh, but my mother told me that
Bitch got a 5 head for a
uh
reason.
Shut up. But I remembered I had to have my mother had to connect the dots, but of course I can remember most of it. I remember I had a little tiny shelf and a very very small like a not too small TV and a Sega Genesis. And I sat on my bed, of which my bed was inside of a green tent in my room. And my mother can back this up that we put up a green tent in my room which had my bed in it. And I
Fun
thought,
fact with box springs, I didn't have one until this last Christmas.
yeesh.
So my bed is always 2 inches off the ground.
Let me think. I never really had a box spring. I just had like 2 mattresses on the floor, straight up, for like 8 years.
My bed frame, like before I had a box spring, my bed frame was completely useless because my bed frame was about maybe an inch and a half off the floor,
I feel that.
which made like laying on it about 4 or 5 inches off the floor.
Here's the funny part though. We never
I
had.
mean, it'd make it getting up easier. Yeah.
Laying on the floor. There is one good thing about it. You don't got to worry about monsters under your fucking bed. Straight up, straight up,
Yeah.
man. 2 mattresses on the floor.
Bro,
You
I
ain't
don't
got
have to
shit under
worry
there
about
but
that because
dust.
I have no room in my I have no room in my room for my stuff. I just have cardboard boxes from when I first moved in.
But my earliest memory, I don't know if it's a memory or like some sort of lucid dream. It's that long ago because I was crawling when I remember this. And I've always questioned it because we never actually had this couch. I couldn't never put it together if it was at my house or not. Like that's how old this memory is. But I was inside, and I think it was my living room because we had a couch next to the front door, and that's where it was. It was this white kind of patterned couch with little red roses on it everywhere, like an older 60s kind of couch, right? Like it's embroidered into it. And
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if it was one of my uncles or whatever. He was wearing flip-flops, white khaki shorts, and a red and white Hawaiian shirt. And I couldn't remember if it was one of my uncles or my dad. But he just got up and walked over to me, and that's where the memory goes. Like, that's it. Like, I remember it looks, like, in my head, it looks just like my living room. But the couch is different, and I can't tell if it's my Uncle David or my dad. Like, that's how old that memory is. And the other thing is, I can remember God, I think I was 2.5. I think I was around Mickey's age when he was telling his story. Like it's I'm getting close, but Caleb was born and he was a baby. And this was like a couple weeks after. He's new, obviously. And there's this photo that they got of me. My aunt Lori told me, or go kiss your brother or something. Go kiss him on the forehead. And I went and sucked on his eyeball. I remember that shit, Walker, because he's in the cradle or he's in the baby seat, wearing like this white thing, and he was an ugly fucking baby. And I mean ugly, like pig-headed and just fat. But yeah, those are my earliest memories of it. Mickey, you said the door, right? Mick.
Yes.
There he goes. You wanna? Why are you?
Were you staring at another wall?
No, and I understand why he's staring at this, but there's never been anything to come out of it, has there? Like ever?
I mean, sleep paralysis happened.
Yeah, that's
Nasty stuff come out of that, but besides that, no.
Then yeah, is it just the parent? For those who have no idea, they're in Mickey's room, which this asshole set me next to it and didn't tell me.
Hey, I still put my bed up close enough to where it would stay shut. And screw you, I'm not sleeping near that thing.
Let's see how it is.
You can stay near the demons.
He has this. I call it the asbestos chamber. Because in his room he has one closet, and in that closet, when you open it, one of the one of the walls is unfinished, as in there's a big ass like foot tall hole. I believe it's perfectly cut or something like that.
I think so.
and it just leads to the insulation inside the house walls. And I think there might be some pipe work coming through there too, is why they left it open. But
But Zucchini has seen it because I showed her on video chat. Um, and I also wanted to give you a real quick update, Jake. There are cracks forming at the bottom of the door.
Are you doing cracks? Damn.
like paint cracks or the wood is cracking.
Wood's cracking.
To be fair, that house is old.
E but there is one thing that I told you that I actually got wrong.
Do tell.
So, do you remember how I told you about of course, the landlords of this place, we're renting it, how their daughter actually died in the basement?
Oh yeah, you told me she hang from
I
what?
am incorrect.
Did she hang from the closet?
She actually, they believe that she was suffocated herself by or getting herself locked in the installation room, which is stapled off. Remember the door behind my trash can?
Yeah.
That's the one that's stapled off.
Wait. Door behind the trash can. The only trash can I'm thinking of is
You know the dwarf door that's in my actual den area? It's in the back corner. Like as you walk in, it's a little to your left.
Oh, you mean that little attic door?
Yeah, and how it's like stapled and nailed shut.
Yeah, I have two of those in my house.
Right. They say that she actually got herself suffocated in there.
You know the ironic part is normally those are a smaller attic space that runs to the entire top of the house. That's what that bevel is in your room, is where that wall keeps going down at that 45-degree angle. They normally run the entire length of the upstairs, which is why you hear shit in those walls. And we already talked about that a little bit.
Right. But back to the story, yeah, no, Jacob's not lying. I hate this thing because I hear little cricks and stuff. The worst thing that has happened is I actually did have sleep paralysis. I don't usually have sleep paralysis. Jacob knows I'm usually actually active in my sleep.
This motherfucker. Let me tell you something real quick. Let me tell you something. I'm up planning for Dungeons and Dragons till like 1:30 in the morning, right? Like I was doing really damn good and doing all the math and shit. Mickey goes, "All right, I'm going to bed." I'm like, okay, fine. The only light in the room is the light. Yeah, this is gonna sound really childish, but it's the light from my Millennium Falcon charger. It has
And your computer.
yeah, and my computer, and I'm typing. My headphones are off and whatever. And this man straight up leans up, back straight, no arm movement, just like Frankenstein kind of thing, right? Just, it's alive. Just 90 degrees. Only torso, nothing else. Feet are pointed straight out. And he goes, well, yes, but actually. And then he falls back flat. This man leans up, Frankenstein's this shit, and like corrects somebody in his dream, and then goes back to bed.
I'm bad about that kind of stuff.
Scared the shit out of me too, because I thought he was talking to me. Like it was something from a stupid ass Tim Burton movie, because it's like barely like white and blue light, and he just really quickly, and then just like looks around the room and then says, "Well, yes, but actually," and then just falls flat back.
But back to the story about for the first time in like forever, I had sleep paralysis, and I was on the edge of my bed, close to the door. And I had slept the same way I always do, where I have like a pillow on my left side, and then I hug over to it, but I fell on my back during my sleep. Well, I woke up just a little bit, and I instantly felt I just couldn't move. I hated it. And the only thing that I saw was smack dab bottom of my legs was black figure. I hate it. I hate it. Landon, like people, if you like know me, one of my fears is something that I can't see, saying it can see me. I hate that. And when it vanishes and you constantly are hearing, I see you, I see you, I see you, and that's like your biggest fear. Well, you kind of are like, I'm going to actually break down crying. And then I just see a little glimpse of it dart off to the right, and again, then I feel like I wake up and I'm like, and I get up and I'm like, I don't like this. I hated that, and I actually had to sleep downstairs that night.
I remember you telling me about that.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate stuff like that. Like I've had a crap ton of crazy dreams and stuff. But again, like I've talked to therapists and all that. They think it's all from my bad drama. But some of them can get pretty scary. But I think it's also because I've watched a lot of horror movies. Because a lot of them, I swear, are just inspired.
Well, what's a really good dream you had then? Like, if we're gonna talk about the scary shit, let's talk about the good shit. Like, what's the exact opposite? Like, what's your favorite dream? Because I still have one from when I was 10, crystal clear in the back of my head.
Ah, oh, it was a lucid dream, and I think I actually had to explain this one out pretty well. It was I think it was like 2 or 3 days after I actually got told what you looked like.
Me?
Yes.
Wait, I'm sorry, I was half listening before or after?
It's told about how everyone looked. And it was, of course, I'm not going to hide it. We're cringy. We did Wizard 101 RP. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it. And I lucid dreamed and set up that scenario, and I loved it. It was hands down my favorite dream I'd ever had.
What, just you trying to figure out what we looked like?
Yes. And I won't lie, I hit Emma nail on the head.
Oh my god, choker and all.
E.
Oh my god, the split
I
fucking...
bombed you, though. I ain't gonna lie, I bombed you.
The split fucking bangs.
I thought you had black hair. I thought you had black hair.
What, you pegged me for a fucking Percy Jackson?
No, I straight up thought. Fair enough. No, I had you memorize like you were just pitch white, black hair
What color eyes?
and glasses. I just again ice blue.
Yeah, mine are more grayish.
E.
That's interesting.
Lucid. I don't know. I guess it's because I don't actually remember a lot of my dreams, but it's like I've always had that one in the back of my head. But I've had nightmares like crazy.
Dude, you had one about me cutting your head off.
And still stalking.
Still talking.
I don't know if that's a nightmare or if that's just straight up funny.
It's odd. You pulled a Green Knight, basically. I cut your head off and we still had a conversation.
But I didn't use my head to speak.
No. You're...
My head hit the ground and I was still looking at you.
It's fucking weird. Epitaph, what about you? Favorite dream?
And worst.
I don't remember. I haven't really had dream. Yeah, I haven't really remembered a dream I've had in forever, so I'm just gonna probably one where I had sex, possibly.
Why am I not
Yeah, I know that's very I know that's very stereotypical of me, but it honestly is. You know, and it's not cause of the having sex. You wanna know what it was? That makes it my favorite dream.
It had Scarlett Johansson in it.
No, it was actually a girl I knew from school that I dated with, and it was just a random girl that I didn't even like. Anyway, the reason it's my favorite dream is because I also went to the beach in LA, and there was a tsunami, about 120-foot wave, I would say, maybe 130. I don't know. Anyway, random buildings popped out of the water, and I had to parkour my way through it. And it was kind of like a lucid dream, but I couldn't control it, but I knew I was dreaming, and I could just see what all was happening. I was like, what the fuck? Like, am I on drugs or something? And then, alright, you know how in the Animus and the Assassin's Creed games, it's like a weird shade of blue sometimes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what color it looked like in my vision while I was like parkouring my way, getting away from the tsunami. Like, fuck is happening? It was just really weird. And the worst dream I ever had was, I'm not gonna say.
Okay. I don't want to make anybody uncomfortable, so you don't have to. Mickey, however,
I
I'm
can
just
just
kidding.
I can just tell you something is something about family matters.
Okay, Princess, what about you?
Hold on. Someone so sits with me. Nah, maybe. Okay, so my best dream I had, um, I haven't had a dream in a really long time, like because my body just refuses to hit REM sleep, and I think that's the cause of like my sleep problems, like feeling constantly tired. Um, so I don't remember like recent dreams. Uh, but a bad dream I've had, which I remember because trauma. Uh, it was like a replay of everything that happened in my life up until that age. I don't remember what age it was. And I was like behind a glass wall and I was like pounding on the glass trying to like get through,
Kind of
but I
reminds me of that
couldn't.
itchy scene.
Yeah, and it was like one of the worst feelings I had. It was so annoying. Um, Probably one of my better dreams was just like, having a better relationship with my brother, sort of thing. Like what it would have been like if we were closer in age. Because he's 27 and no, he's 28 and I'm 17, so that's 11 years, right? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
11
Yeah,
years.
I mean, give or take a few months, but yeah.
Um, I don't really have a lot of good dreams. Like a good chunk of my stuff is me trying to stop people from dying, and it never works, obviously. But um, who giggled?
No, that when you said it never happened, it never works. That just reminded me of that one Spider-Man scene where she went, "Save me!" Then he just slammed down on the ground. She goes, "I'm gonna die," and then it just blows up.
Oh yeah, Spider-Man on PS2 or whatever.
Yeah.
No, it was like a. I think the most prominent one was stopping my friend from killing herself. And
You have
no,
friends.
because not much anymore, but at the time I was helping them with their mental health, and one of my fears was I wouldn't get there in time or I wouldn't be able to help them. And yeah, I literally watched my friend slit their wrists to the point where they bled out, staring at. They described to me what they wanted to do, and it stuck with me. Is the nicest way to describe it. And other things like trying to stop events from happening or going back, and it's like the basic therapy stuff, like, oh, it's the regrets and hindsight bias kicking in. I'm like, sweet. um there isn't really one that tops it all. I mean, there's been a couple outstanding ones, like actually being able to smell brimstone and shit. um but I think the worst one would be talking to my 13-year-old self
Oh,
3 days before Xavier died.
yeah.
Like, I remember in that dream, I was like actually like insulting the shit out of myself. Like the amount of self hate in however long that dream was, I don't really know, obviously, but it's fucking weird. And then we both started crying because I told him what was going to happen and there's nothing he could do. And for me, like, as a 17-year-old or 16-year-old I was having the dream, it wasn't anything like, oh yeah, it's just somber. It's like, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have told you that. And meanwhile, the 13-year-old me is panicking, trying to freak out, like, why can't I do anything? Why can't I do anything? Why can't I do anything? Please stop. Why can't I do anything? Um, best one, on the other hand, was when I was at Ericsson.
Do tell.
Because 2012 was when Avengers came out. And anybody who knows me knows I fucking love Captain America. I think you know where this is going. Princess, do you remember the doors over by the art room where you could come out for recess?
Yeah.
Okay. So pretty much, we find out that Ultron bots are taking over the playground, right? Like, they're apparently,
my
like,
God.
yeah, shut up. The fire alarms sound off and we lose our shit. And we're like, oh god, oh god, oh god. All of my fucking classmates are Marvel characters. But they're actually, like,
Awesome
they're,
stuff.
they're, they're them, if that makes sense. Like, it's like Blake
Yeah.
is Hulk and Malik was Spider-Man and I was fucking Captain America. Just, we weren't full-sized. It was just, we were us.
But it's them.
Yeah, and instead of the basketball court, there was just like the haunted mansion from Disneyland.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we come outside and there was apparently a boulder in the center of the path leading towards the door, and I just stood up and like, yeah, and like threw the shield and shit. And I remember us running into the mansion, and Timothy is like a fat version of Doctor Strange and shit like that, and like, he was over on the blue part. You guys have no idea what I'm talking about when I say this, but Erickson had a blue part of the playground where it was all aluminum and sliding toys and netting and shit, and that's where Timothy was. And then we're just making our way because we thought, here, if you go into the mansion and beat all of the mansion, all of them are dead. But we got there, and I was having fucking a ball, dude, because I know how to fight with a shield. I have fun with that, but at a 10-year-old... like, just throwing that thing around and coming back, like, seeing it in first person and shit, it was fucking cool. It was fucking cool. And, I woke up on, like, that was Christmas Eve, dude. I woke up Christmas morning, and I was so fucking happy.
Aw.
Yeah, that dream has legitimately stuck with me, but, I distinctly remember having this wide bird's eye view angle of when I ran out and stepped on the stone and just yelled fucking Avengers Assemble and then ran. And then just a wave,
fact, my dreams are not all in
a wave of fucking kids coming out of the building, and I mean a fucking wave.
Children.
It looked like Endgame, but with like kids versus robots. Okay. Avengers, assemble! Yeah! I'm sorry, I'm fucking
But-
childish.
None of my dreams are in first person. They're all in, like, third person.
Yeah.
So it's weird. Or at least that's how I remember them.
Sleep paralysis is a weird thing.
Sleep paralysis is scary.
I've had it twice.
I've had it 3 times.
Is it okay if I tell the first story about me having sleep paralysis?
Go for it.
So, last year, 2 years ago now, I have these weird kind of, not personalities, not way to describe, inner monologues is the best way to describe it. Like, there's 3 different kinds of tones, right? But they each have their own personification, and I don't really know how to describe it mentally. It's kind of like there's 4 people yelling at once, and I think the funniest way to describe it is Inside Out. But it's not 4 things, it's 3 different things. But anyways, one of them's nicknamed Red. The funniest way to describe it. But he's kind of like the dad thing. He's like the whole, like, do what you're told, motherfucker, like the follow the rules or get your ass kicked kind of thing. And I woke up in my bed, but my room was pink. and there's clothes everywhere on the floor. And I ran up, and I was like, what the fuck's going on? Because I hear everything. The ground is trembling underneath me. And I'm walking. The roof is black, but the walls are pink, which isn't normal. Obviously, from my TikToks, you guys saw my room was blue with a white top. And I just keep walking, and this disgusting smell of sulfur is in my nose. Like the more I get to my non-existent door, it gets stronger. And then Red comes around the corner and goes, "Run, motherfucker, run!" And he shoves me into my closet and says, "Hide, cover yourself." And in my closet was a bucket full of dirty clothes and old stuffed animals and shit. So I'm pulling them on top of me and shit. And I hear this like constant screeching, like nails on a chalkboard, or like really high-pitched Godzilla scream, or like an oily fence, and the smell gets stronger and stronger, and the thumping gets louder and louder and louder. And I'm literally thinking to myself, out loud, "Wake up, wake up, wake up." And I'm starting to like black out in the dream, and it starts to get fuzzy and fuzzy and fuzzy, and stuff starts digging away at the clothes, like to try and get to me. And when the light breaks through, I wake up and I can't move at all. Like, I'm conscious for the entire thing, and I'm just staring at myself. I'm thinking, why can't I move? What the fuck is wrong? And I'm just looking at my hand going, move now, like trying to like clench a fist, and it's just staying there. Like, my entire fucking body was numb. And I remember it being like 9 o'clock in the morning, and then I just go back to bed. Like, I just stared at my hand and then just fell back asleep. The weird thing was I could hear the screeching the entire time I was staring at my hand. But the smell was gone. You guys still there?
No.
Yeah.
I think Mickey's staring at the wall again.
Probably.
Or the door.
Or the door.
No, I'm listening.
Okay. We already heard about your sleep
You
paralysis.
staring at it
Wyatt.
now?
Hmm. Well, I'm listening somewhat. Just kind of not caring what Jacob has to say.
Oh, I see how it is.
Just give me your hell, mate.
Don't
Aw,
insult
shit.
Mr.
Caleb
Wizard.
texted me. I don't like that.
Fucking, what do you want?
Uh-oh. Caleb from work?
Yeah.
No.
I thought you were
Oh,
talking about my brother for a second. I was like, why the
That's what
fuck?
I've been thinking, but then she reminds me she got a Caleb from work.
I have
Yeah,
2 Calebs at work.
I didn't know that.
Oh,
I was
yeah,
about
one
to-
with a C, one
I
with
was
a K.
I was about to say, I
Yep.
thought my brother hated you.
Is it C or
No.
K?
It's C.
Mm.
It's the tall one that was irritating me at work.
Oh, him. Eh.
What do you want? Please don't ask me to cover your shift Tuesday
But
or
Princess,
Friday. Yo.
what's a sleep paralysis experience you had?
Oh, so mine's interesting. So it was my second sleep paralysis, and I only get sleep paralysis if I have like a severe, like, emotional response to something before I go to sleep.
So if you like fart really hard and it kind of ruins your night, does that do it?
No.
Damn it.
And I think I went to bed crying for some fucking reason, and I think it was after the whole gym thing happened and everything was sort of said and done. Yeah, ew. I woke up, but I woke up, but I was like, all right, gotta get out of bed, but I couldn't move. And I was getting like the sensation, like the sensation of someone touching you, and you like freak the fuck out, especially when you're in bed, you're like by yourself, and you're like, the fuck just touched me. I was getting that, but everywhere, and I was panicking because I couldn't move. I couldn't move. I couldn't do anything to like kind of shake off literally the sensation of someone touching me, and so I was panicking. And I thought I was awake the entire time, but what snapped me out of it, sort of, and I put that in air quotes because like I don't know how you would describe that, is my mom yelling at me to wake up. Because she was like, hey yo, get the fuck up, kind of thing. And then I woke up, I was like, I wasn't awake, and she was like, no, you were dead fucking asleep. I was like, you fucking sure about that? Because I swear to God, I just woke up. So that was probably the one that stands out the most. The other two were just your typical like I can't move. I think I see something scary in like the corner of my room. So like I don't know if you know the layout of my room, but I have like my room's weirdly shaped. So like where my door is, there's like a little corner behind my door, and then the rest of my room. So kind of like with a square, but a little like outward, little thing out. I don't know how you describe that, but I thought there was like something in my corner, like in that corner, because there's like, if you're laying down from where like I lay down, you can't see the other corner. You can see one, but you can't see the other. And so I thought something was peeking out behind that corner, and I was freaking the hell out about it. But my ass could not get up to check it, so I'm like, ugh, like something's gonna kill me. Is he ever gonna fucking respond, or is he gonna just text me at fucking 2 in the morning, yo? Two to 10 Friday. I can't work Friday though. That's why I have them off. I guess he's just gonna text me yo and just not respond. Are y'all alive?
I'm alive.
Okay.
I committed,
You
I
all are good.
committed
Alright,
suicide.
I thought I killed y'all.
Yeah, I just. Ooh. Goddamn.
Was zoned out.
Yeah, I zoned out because I'm like, ooh, 13-year-old me got fucked up in that dream. But.
I'm shocked I haven't broken a nail yet.
Well, I think this is a good spot. I think it's okay to end it here. We got a little bit over an hour in.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys for watching the stream. Make sure to check us out on all the social medias and shit. Otherwise, bye-bye stream.
Bye bye y'all. Love you guys.
And then if you guys are on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe today. Make sure to click that bell icon to receive notifications for whenever we upload, because it's already erratic as is. But yeah, this is pretty much it. We have an entire playlist of these episodes set up. I think this is episode 12 right now. And yeah, we got about a good day's worth of content or so. Like, it would take you at least 14 hours to get through all of our episodes now. Pretty cool, right?
Nice.
No.
We have more content than the Star Wars trilogies. Something along those lines. So, yeah, I'm going to stop the recording there. Bye!
Bye.